surely do have a really special bond with music. In fact, for 2 solid years of my life, I wanted to pursue a music career. What I didn't have in mind is that to actually study music, some sort of talent is required. I want to be a vet now. Even though I don't want the world to witness the minimum talent that I have, I still love music as something personal, unique, for me to myself. Now that I realize that music makes my life easier, keeping in mind that every song has the power to either elevate or decline my current mood, it is also surprising that everyone has a particular reaction to different songs, but people are still unaware of the power that music can have without us even noticing it. For instance, it is known that music is involved in nearly every aspect of our lives, and it has been for centuries. But with all of the variations of music genres, people don't always realize how the music we consider as background has a drastic effect on us. In the first place, music doesn't necessarily make people smarter as the Mozart effectors, but it does help people to reduce stress, leading them to digest information calmly and to concentrate more. In spite of this, it might be objected that any type of music would decrease productivity, since some insist that music while studying decreases concentration. But listening to soft music helps the brain to produce more dopamine, creating a feeling of well-being, which makes learning much easier. Surely, not all genres of music can make a person release dopamine while studying. This happens when the body is tranquil, and this state is normally achieved with classical music. For instance, the University of France confirms that 76% of the people that listen to classical music while studying got a higher grade when they were quizzed on the lecture than the ones who didn't. This occurs since that sense of well-being that classical or soft music allows people to achieve encourages the body to take things easier and reduces stress, ultimately leading people to have a better studying period, which results in better grades. Additionally, exercising while listening to music makes workouts more productive. This increases the amount of energy in the body. It has been proved by social psychologist Ferris Jabber from the Scientific American magazine that listening to enjoyable music increases electrical activities in various regions of the brain important for coordinating movements, which result in an improvement of performance in an average of 15%. With this in mind, in his article, Jabber indicates how songs that reach 180 beats per minute are good for exercising, since they lead people to match the song's tempo to their running pace, making their workouts more productive without them noticing. Sequentially, the brain takes the beats of certain songs and encourages the body to follow them, increasing their energy levels, which makes workouts more productive. With this in mind, we could say that a key for a successful starting session or exercise routine could be tracked down to how music calms us, making us more productive. Music increases dopamine levels and electrical activity in the brain, which in overall leads us to establish positive correlations between the music that we listen to and the activities that we do. This might seem as something obvious for most of you since you're probably able to experience it firsthand. But the real secret here is how people who are aware of what was already stated use music to their advantage, leading us to consume more of certain products by influencing us to establish positive connections with the brand without us noticing it. In the first place, doctors that play music in their offices and clinics tend to attract more clients, since music makes their experience calmer and less painful. Not only do they attract more people, but they also make their patients feel better in spite of their sickness. The American Psychological Association did an experiment where 42 children out of 70 from 3 to 11 years of age listened to music while getting an IV inserted. At the end of the exam, the children that were able to listen to music reported less pain than the ones who didn't. In this case, the lyrics, the rhythm, or the simple sound of a song disconnects people from how uncomfortable being in a doctor's office might be, making their experience less painful and more comfortable. With this in mind, doctors use the power of music as an instrument to increase their amount of patients by creating a better atmosphere in their workplace. In a similar way, music can lead people to make positive correlations between places and the music they listen to, which is why restaurants and food outlets use playlists to their advantage. For instance, Mood Media, a company that specializes in combining sight, scent, and audiovisual aids to improve consumers' experiences, published an article on how music can influence the time customers spend on restaurants. According to Mood Media, fast-paced music tends to excite customers, making them eat faster, while slower music encourages people to relax and eat slower, making it more likely for them to consume extra courses such as dessert or coffee. Therefore, restaurants that want to empty their tables faster could play fast-paced music, while restaurants that want people to spend more money might play slow music. In this way, restaurants may use a specific playlist as a form of marketing, since it can be used to influence consumption, making the restaurant increase their profit without us noticing it. Furthermore, music also has the power, believe it or not, to influence their shopping tendencies. The beats per minute of certain song could either make us buy more or buy less, depending on the mood that song creates. People could argue that if popular music is played, then people's mood would change, making them shop more. But a study conducted by Smart Retailer on the year 2000 found that popular music tend to distract customers from the actual buying by making them concentrate on the song. So, in order to have an increment of sales, Milliman Inc. proves through another study that unfamiliar background music makes customers spend about 34% more time buying groceries in a supermarket. So, the real purpose of music being played in stores isn't just to make the consumers enjoy their shopping experience. The hidden facet behind nice music is that through it, businesses can increase their consumption rates. The secret is not only that music relaxes us and makes us more productive, because you and I both knew that. But what is not as obvious is how music is being used in our day-to-day lives with a special purpose behind it. The power of music has been silently underestimated in society, but implicitly, it is affecting our focus, our emotions, and even our decisions by tricking our brain into making positive connections between businesses and the music they play. So next time you purchase clothes, wait for an appointment at the doctor's office, or even have a nice meal, should keep in mind that the music they play has a purpose other than to entertain you. Thank you.